Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you tuned in because as promised, today is a special day because today will be the first of beginning a new series of psychic readings using the Wheel of Fortune. Our first reading we're going to be starting with is for Libra for the month of October 2019. If you want to know more about how I do my readings, um, you can check out another video I have in my playlist. It breaks everything down, how I do my readings with regular playing cards. Why? Because for me they're more accurate. Sometimes they're more friendly and familiar to people who are not used to looking at regular tarot cards. Now, they're akin to tarot cards if you know about the tarot, and I will and can use tarot cards for readings. If you like to see readings done or like your reading done with tarot deck, let me know because I will be glad to do it. Okay, so let's get right into it. First of all, I want to thank the Universal God for giving us this time together so I can do this reading. For whoever needs it, let me be the vessel to give the message. For whoever needs this reading today, let it resonate with them. And if it doesn't resonate with you, let you be able to get something out of it that's positive. We want to thank the Universal God, all the angels and the good spirits. We want to thank the ancestors to look down on us, protect us, and guide us through this reading, okay? And with that being said, guys, we're going to begin this reading for Libra for the month of October 2019. Now, guys, this is going to be a general reading, so it's not going to be anything specific. It's just going to be a general reading for the month of October for Libra. Again, like I said, if it doesn't resonate with you, it may be something that you can find some type of message through. But again, this is just a general reading. If you want more specific readings, leave me a comment with your name, your birthday, and a question. I do readings on love and success, and money, and career, and other things as well. So, to it. So, Spirit, what is the message that we have for Libra for this month, October 2019? What message do we have for Libra this month for October 2019? Okay, and the first card, you see that, guys? Okay, so the first card we're coming up with is the Queen of Diamonds. Okay, this card represents the feminine, the divine feminine, and she is in charge of all that is material. You want to think of like Princess Diana, Elizabeth Taylor, Nicki Minaj. You want to think of like the utmost, most feminine, divine, like she has it all. This is the woman who has it all. That's what the Queen represents. This is also representing, diamonds represent the earth sign. So we could be dealing with a feminine, a divine feminine Taurus, Virgo, or Target's Virgo, or I'm losing my train of thought, guys, or Capricorn. Okay, and when we see the Queen, this also stands for a woman of authority, mother figures, wives, girlfriends, but this is definitely representing someone who either holds or can bring you material gain. She also rules over good health and healthiness and body in general. Usually these women are very, very beautiful physically. So the first thing we see here is the divine feminine queen. Okay. And so the next card we have here, I see, is the Jack of Spades. Okay, so we have two high level personalities here in the card. So we have the Queen, and then we have the Jack of Spades. The Jack of Spades is a masculine, younger, it represents like a younger man who represents all of the communications, and he may be a younger guy who has like the gift of gab. This guy could be a Libra, uh, or any of the air signs like Aquarius or Gemini. So somebody who may have like a inner child, like a young boy, like energy to them, could be part of your life this month. This, and again, when you see the Queen or the King or the Jack, these are just representatives of masculine and feminine energies. It does not have to necessarily be a man or a woman. You know, it could be a female in your life who possesses like a kind of tomboyish young like spirit, you know what I mean? Or it can very well be representative of an actual physical younger guy, like a younger brother or a nephew or a son. And this guy, he's the young boy that knows everything, knows everybody. He's got the gift, the gab. He's very, very knowledgeable, very wise for his age. And he just has a very, very youthful like spirit to him, regardless of age. Okay, so let's see what we have in the cards for Libra, Libra, Libra. This looks like a good reading so far, guys. It just looks like right now they're showing the queen and the jack is representative of like being higher up, because these are like the court. So these are representative of very, very high level status symbols in your life for the month of October. Okay, so now we have, this is a special heart. Okay, the 10 of Hearts. This is special, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, 10 in the Wheel of Fortune, which we're using right now to read this, to do this reading. The 10 is not a real number, because we always have 0 to 9. And every other number that we have, up to a gazillion, is a combination of either any number from 0 to 9, right? Okay, so 10 is a combination of 1 and 0. So 10 represents 0. That's one thing. So this very well can represent a cycling, or represents cycles. And when you're dealing with the 10 of Hearts, it could be dealing with the cycle of emotion. So this could be ciphering back some old love or some emotions. It could be bringing back, you could be in a space where you're bringing back some old negative emotions as well that you need to take care of. But a lot of times when it comes in this way, it's a recycling of love. You could be running into old love, someone that you grew up with, that you used to have feelings for, could be coming back into your life. A family member that you haven't seen in a very long time, that you had a very strong emotional tie to, could be coming back to your life. An old friend. And this represents any kind of emotion. A lot of times it will represent love for the most part, someone that you once loved, but it could be re-emergence of dark feelings as well. Someone that you didn't really like too much. And it most likely will be a female. Why? Because the 10 also represents the female of the court, because we have the king and the jack, which is the older male and the younger male. And then we have the queen, which would be the older female. And then they took out the lady of the court. That would be the younger female, and replaced her with the 10. So, this a lot of times when you see the 10 also represents the younger female, younger divine female. So this could be someone who could be a female, or have a very girl-like quality to her, like a younger girl. It could be a sister, a niece, or just someone who has a very girly, younger type of energy to them. And she is the type person that is very, very emotional. So she represents the highest state of love, or the lowest state of emotions. She is that young girl who can fall in love very easily and can snap on you like in a minute, because she's still young and she's still learning how to control her. Yes, so we have so far all court, the high court cards. So we have the Queen of Diamonds. So we're talking about the divine feminine when it comes to material means. We have the Jack right there. And then we have the Lady of the Court, aka the Ten of Hearts. So it looks like we're dealing like in high level status this month, Libra. It looks like we're dealing like we're like royalty this month. You know what I mean? Maybe because your birthday may be in the month of October. I know that Libras also share September, but this is like, it's like royalty. Like I'm seeing a spread filled with royalty right here. All right, what else do we have for Libra spirit? Right, what I need for Libra. Again, this is so crazy. It's a young girl hanging around here. It's a young girl hanging around. You guys see that? So now we have the Ten of Spades. So again, the 10 represents recycling of things, ciphering of things. And when we're talking about the Ten of Spades, we're talking about communication. We're talking about wisdom. We're talking about intellect. So we also could be talking about the younger divine feminine. So we could be talking about a young girl who really is wiser beyond her years. We also could be talking about someone coming back into your life to bring you some wisdom that is younger, or someone that you may used to know, an old girlfriend that you met when you were younger. It also could be coming from a daughter or a niece, who's going to be bringing you some really good wisdom and knowledge and intellect into your life. So again, these are all court cards. So Libra, so far it looks like in the month of October, you're living like royalty. You're living like royalty, and it definitely shows it starting off with the Queen of Diamonds, because she is, like I said, she is that lady that you're like, what do you buy for this lady? Like, she is the woman that has everything. So you're going to be getting a lot. You're going to be living like royalty this month. That's what I'm seeing. You're going to be dealing with some things that definitely are going to be enlightening to you in the month of October, but you're living like royalty this month. All right. And this is going to be the last card to wrap everything up, guys. Let's see. What's the last message in the cards that we have for Libra spirit? Okay. Guys, do you see that? This is so crazy. Okay, so that is, now we have the 5 of Spades. Okay. To wrap everything up, we have the 5 of Spades sitting here on this spread. Okay, the 5 of Spades, we're talking about power. We're talking about, yeah, so now we have the 5 of Spades. The 5 represents everything that has to do with power and everything that has to do with upward mobility and everything that has to do with like refining of everything and just everything that you are. So when we say the 5, we're talking about empowerment. We're talking about power. We're talking about strength. We're talking about upward mobility. We're talking about standing your ground and just being able to just not have any fears, and to find power in overcoming your fears and power in everything that you do. So this is going to be, to wrap this up, the month of October for Libra. We're talking about we're talking about living like royalty. First of all, just the whole spread in general. Every card has been a court card, and we almost, well, we don't have all of them, but we have the Queen. The only one that's really missing is the King, but we have the Queen, we have the Jack, and we have the 2 tens, which represent the Lady of the Court. So we have a lot of divine feminine. we have a lot of ciphering of love and emotions and knowledge and wisdom through someone, or even maybe through um, the child within yourself. If we're talking about someone who is a female themselves, we're talking about ciphering of a lot of emotions and knowledge and wisdom through that as well. But to wrap all this like royal talk and all these royal vibes, to show that in the end it's going to give you power, like it all connects, because when we're talking about royalty, we're talking about ultimate power. When we're talking about monarchy, we're talking about the power of all power. We're talking about bloodline power. Like this is in your DNA to reach this level of power that you'll be reaching in um during your birthday month, most likely, or within your birthday month, if your month is in October. And it may even resonate for the Libras also that have birthdays in September as well. So like I said, we have the Queen of Diamonds, honey. She's about that bag. She's beyond about the bag. The Queen of Diamonds is like, money's not an option to her. She is, I don't know if you might have been working out in a gym or whatever, or have a woman in your life that's just like, she is the one. Like she's absolutely gorgeous. She has everything. She's usually dripping in diamonds or whatever it is that she likes. She has the high end designers on. Um and she is just like, she's super 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 special in that regard. Um she just has control, and she's very, and on top, when you're talking about the Queen of Diamonds, is so crazy because she's got a lot of wisdom because she's the queen, and she's refined with it, and she's actually earthy at the same time, because we're talking about all of the earthly possessions. So she's the kind of woman that could be like sitting in, she's the kind of person that can be like sitting in the like hiking during the day, or sitting in her backyard growing a garden, and at night she's like in a gown, and she's like, she's somewhere being fabulous, or she's at the club and she's like got on the Prada head to toe or whatever it is. So this is the kind of person she is, and she's beautiful. She's very very beautiful. Then we have the Jack. You know what I mean? We have the young guy, the young bull. We have the Jack of Spades. We have this communication, this somebody coming through with some intellect and some wisdom for you. And it looks like the intellect and wisdom is coming both ways. From, because we have this Ten of Spades too, which represents the Lady of the Court. We listen to the younger people in your life and listen to that inner child, because we have the younger man and the younger woman sitting here. So listen to the inner child. Listen to your children if you have children. Listen to your younger brothers and sisters. Listen to the kid that lives down the street that's always, jagging on at the mouth. Listen to your nieces and your nephews, because the younger generation knows really more than you do. A lot of times they know more than the older generations. They a lot of times have the keys and the answers to the future, because they are the future. So take a time to listen to your inner child this month, and take time to listen to your younger family members and close people around you, and respect them for what they have to say. Take heed to what they have to say, because they got some messages for you this month, Libra, that probably definitely will put you in a great space. And you know you may have some love resurfacing. You may have some feeling, some type of emotion that you used to have for someone, and it could be someone back in the day, because this is representing the younger woman. So it could be someone that you had a lost love from high school, old high school sweetheart. It could be just old feelings that you had when you were a child that are resurfacing now, and that you need to heal from. You know, so this month I see, not only to live like royalty and live in your royal manner, as we should, definitely is, but it's also showing um look at your inner child. Pay attention to your inner child this month. Um, be happy, be free. Do eat some candy, do something childlike. Go on a pumpkin patch ride, go on a hay ride, do something with your kids. Watch some cartoons, eat some ice cream, get a bowl of cereal and sit in front of the TV and watch like some old school cartoons. Let your inner child flow this month, and don't be afraid to find wisdom and love and heal from that, because a lot of times when we look at our inner child and we meditate on some of the things that have hurt us and things that have been traumatized, it will let you grow. You know what I mean? And last but not least, you find power in all of that. You can find power in all that knowledge and wisdom that you can get from somebody younger than you. You can find power in working with your inner child. You can find power in working and talking to old lost loves. You can find power in talking to your children, your nieces and your nephews, and younger people around you. And like I said, when we're talking about power, we're talking about power when it comes to the mind. When you're talking about the five of spades, a lot of intellect and a lot of communication. So make sure you communicate this month, Libra. I know as a Libra, sometimes we just look at the world and people around us and we're just like, I ain't saying nothing. Like, I'm not saying nothing, because we know like Libras are very, very wise. And if you're a Libra, you're one of the wise ones. So a lot of times we'll sit back and we'll see things happen and we're like, I'm not getting in it. I don't want to argue, because Libras never want to argue. We never want to like rock the boat. We want to stay balanced because we're the scales, and we'll sit back and we'll look and we'll see the whole ship going down, and we know nobody else sees the ship going down, and we're just like, I'm not getting on that ship and I'm not saying nothing. So a lot of times we're talkative people, but a lot of times we shoot the shit. You know what I mean? And we know how to shoot the shit and shoot the breeze and like keep it real. Yeah, sure. Oh yeah. Like and in our minds we're like, these motherfuckers is crazy. Like, and if you're a Libra, you know what I'm talking about. So Libra, speak your mind, listen, but also be willing to, it takes two to communicate. So be willing to communicate this month. Again, listen to your inner child, listen to the younger people around you, open your heart to love, and don't forget to embrace that divine feminine that's in your life, regardless if it's you or someone else. Embrace that divine feminine. It's your birthday month, regardless if it's October or September. It's your birthday season, Libra. Drip, drip, and diamonds. Do what you got to do. Get your bag. And trust me, Libras, you know how we are. We're going to find power in whatever we do. So find that power. Find that power in your communication. Gift the gab. You Libras, we got the gift the gab. We can talk our way into or out of anything. We can sell water to a well. So Libras, make sure you use that communication, that wisdom, that intellect, and you will find power in it. So this really looks like an awesome spread. This is an awesome reading for us this month, Libra. Hey, so it looks like I said, live in your royalty, live in your greatest space, and find power in it, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Guys, again, I will be doing more readings to come. The next reading I will be doing is for Scorpio for October 2019. If you like this reading, please leave a nice comment below. I would love to hear that. If you have any questions, if you want a personal reading, if you want to get a reading with love, if you want me to do any readings with love or success, anything outside like general readings, drop it in the comment box below. I would love to hear your suggestions. And guys, please, as always, please subscribe, because it will help me out so much. And make sure you hit the like buttons, because that will also let me know what you guys like, what you don't like, and it'll help me bring more content to you guys as the time goes on. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. Happy birthday. Go Libra, it's your birthday. Go Libra, it's your birthday.